It was definitely a tough trip for us. You know, we took 2 losses, but we were able to come home with a win. And just at the end of that trip, we took 2 losses, but we still have to stay focused because it's a lot of games still ahead of us, and we still have a lot of things to learn from this game. And we're back at home now, so the things that we messed up on or didn't do great on, now we can get back to work. And just like last year after the Maui event, we were 3-2 coming out of that, and then we went on a streak and we went out 20-23, so we can do that this year too. It's a long season, like I said. It's a part of basketball. You're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games. Of course, it hurts because we're playing top-tier teams and we're not playing our best basketball right now, but there's still a lot of basketball ahead. We know we're a top 25 team and we're a great team, so everybody's, of course, still on board. I think everybody's at an idle point. Everybody's humble right now. We took 2 L's to teams where I feel that we're better than, but we just didn't show it on those particular days. But I think everybody's at a medium point right now where everybody's just focusing and understanding what we have to do to win these games and be able to make it to the tournament and make a deep run in March.
Today's a new day, and I just want to make sure everyone knows there's a lot of basketball to be played, a lot to look forward to. You know, everything we're doing is continuing to build, to get better. It's, you know, when you look at the future, and I've said this many times, and I said this, you know, post games and different things, that look, when we can get everyone playing on the same page, we can be a really good team. We just haven't got to that point yet, and so that's why we've got to continue to build, continue to get better, and you know, hey, facts are probably the ranking part probably end up being misleading. But that's okay. That's not every one of our goals, which we still want to accomplish, is intact. Nothing has been altered by anything this past weekend. What's great about this past weekend is we've been able to see what's good, where things we need to adjust, where we need to tweak, and we're going to make those adjustments as we continue to get focus on the basics, focus on the fundamentals, and just continue to get better on an everyday process. So, guys, you got back-to-back losses, and you don't have a time to practice, and so you're right there and you kind of get hit in the mouth again, and so I thought it was a good sign the way our guys fought back and to be able to get that win. I mean, look, 3 teams out of there are 1-2. 3 teams are 2-1. 1 team's 0-3, and 1 team was 3-0. So however you look at it, however you want to splice it, we were one of the 3 1-2 teams. Is that what we want? No. But as we move forward and really locking in on the basics, getting back to the basics and the simple fundamentals. Okay, these are areas that we've got to get better at, which is some of the basics, fundamentals. That will help us for the long term as we move toward the future. In which there's again, like I said, there's a lot of basketball to be played, Look, and I'm not trying, and every one of our goals are still intact. Obviously, the rankings ended up being a little misleading, unfortunately, and I still think we're that good of a team. I just said maybe the rankings just misleading for that present time. But you know, I've been around groups, I've been around units. I mean, look, I was on a national championship team in 1997. We had lost 9 games and putted around, and we were in that first game against College of Charleston here in Memphis, and we were down 10 with under 5 minutes to go, and we just got extremely lucky to win the game. Extremely lucky. It was in the pyramid. Well, we ended up winning the national championship. Things happen. You get hot at the right time. Everyone here knows that. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's a long season, big picture to look at. You get better. The great thing about playing that really good competition is you see where you are as a team and what needs to get better and what we need to work on, and getting back to the basics and the fundamentals, and really looking forward to the future as we move forward. And it's not going to snap of our fingers, going to change overnight. But the great thing is we have identified areas where we got to get better at, and we've also identified, okay, this is a strong point for us. And it's like the adjustment we made with moving Joe off the ball and Chris on the ball. I think that was a good adjustment, and it worked. And I think everyone here would agree that our post play it's very, very positive the way our post play played, and that hasn't been talked about in the past about our post play, and that's a positive sign.